What up, DTWD Nation? It's your boy Jagganoff. So, I'm gonna be as real about this fucking team as I possibly can. And, be told some of you may not like what I'm about to say, but it's just the truth. And the truth, the reality of the situation of the 2019 Jacksonville Jaguars is we probably ain't winning the Super Bowl. I'm just being honest. We probably are not winning the Super Bowl this year. Not to say we're a bad team. We're just not there yet. Something's missing. I don't know what exactly, but something is missing. It could be Nick Foles could be the spark we need. The coaching staff may need to get turned over. We definitely need to get rid of our defensive coordinator, Todd Wash, because it's last week was a fucking disgrace. But there's clearly talent here. Like, how do you have one of the best defensive lines in football? How do you have a receiver who was leading the AFC in receiving yards? And how do you have an elite running back and a rookie quarterback playing well, but you're still not winning games? Let me rephrase that. You're not beating quality opponents. Like, if you look at this stretch with Gardner Minshew playing, he did what we needed him to do. He kept us, though it was more spectacular than, we thought it would be, Gardner Minshew did what he needed to do. Like, he kept us in contention for Nick Foles to get back. But the problem is, Gardner Minshew was a 6th round pick. In order for him to keep the starting job, he needed to beat a quality team, he needed to play well, and he needed to have us at a winning record. So, look at the teams he beat. Denver, who's starting to be okay now, especially I think they'll be better with Brandon Allen, clearly. So Joe Flacco sucks. But we beat them at Mile High, which is a tough place to play on the road regardless of records. But, yeah. Tennessee, trash. The Bengals, trash. The Jets, trash. Like, these are teams we're supposed to beat. But we need to beat somebody good. Like, if you look at the Carolina and New Orleans game, we came within a touchdown of beating 2 playoff contenders in the NFC. Those were one of the games we needed to win. And then we had 2 chances at Houston. And this game, with everything at stake, Gardner Minshew fell apart. Like, straight up, he fell apart. And the thing is, when you're a 6th round pick and a rookie, there's no expectations. There's no ties. If he played good, great, but the franchise is committed to Nick Foles, and the only way he was going to overtake that was perfection. And he wasn't, which is kind of unfair to him. Like, it's not like it was with Blake Bortles when we had this guy in there and we spent the 1st round pick on him and he was given every opportunity possible to be the guy for over the 5 years. Minshew, he doesn't have that kind of clout. Like, he needed to show he's the guy, because he's also replacing a guy who's beaten the best and won a Super Bowl. And it's not a good look when you're struggling to beat great teams. So, I don't think it's the end for Gardner Minshew, but I do think because of this, because he wasn't able to win at least one of those 3 games, that ultimately Nick Foles is going to start after our bye week against the Colts, because we need a spark and we need to beat a good team, and Gardner Minshew hasn't shown he can do that. Now, just because it's going to be Nick Foles' job now, that doesn't mean that Gardner Minshew is going to be that he's not the future. I do think Gardner Minshew is the future. I think a lot of the flaws in his game are coachable and will come with experience. He definitely needs to make better decisions and not try to do too much. Like, those are two of the biggest things that kill him. But right now with the situation, I just think, you know, with everybody's job on the line, Doug Marrone's going to go back to Foles. And it sucks, because I want Minshew to be the guy. I want him to be the guy. But also now at this point, we got to see if we can get a quality win with Nick Foles. I mean, we paid him all this money, and, you know, we haven't really gotten a look to see what he can do. And this is prime territory for Big Dick Nick to work his magic. I mean, look at the Super Bowl year with the Eagles. Look at last year when he pretty much brought the Eagles back from the dead after Carson Wentz went out and won a playoff game on the road. So, this is prime territory for Big Dick Nick to do that. Now, again, I don't think it's going to translate into a Super Bowl year. I don't think we're necessarily there yet with the Texans, the Patriots, the Chiefs, even the Ravens. But, you know, with 4 first-round picks coming the next 2 years, and us dumping salary, and the fact we'll have some money to spend, it can very well be like that. It definitely can. It's like, it's coming if we hit on these draft picks right. Like, we can't do what Tennessee did when they made the trade with the Rams for Jared Goff. Like, look at what they did one of those years. Corey Davis and Adoree Jackson. Both of them suck. So, we have to hit on these picks. Like, and our defense, it could be a lot better. Like, it should be a lot better. Our defensive coordinator is holding us back right now. That and I think we need another linebacker. And we need secondary help. Because, like, really in the secondary, the only one I see that's going to be, that hands down is going to be great for the foreseeable future is Ronnie Harrison. Boye's still good and will be good for a couple more years if he stays, but he's not what he was. Trey Herndon's up and down, and Jarrett Wilson just sucks. Like, I'm over this guy. Like, I don't ever think he's going to be shit. Like, that's part of the reason why I would love to get Grant Delpit and Christian Fulton in the draft, because not only are they both two very talented players, and LSU products work out for us, but they're teammates, and they'll have chemistry in the secondary, and it'll gel very well to what we try to do. But we can't fuck those draft picks up. We just can't. That's what it is. So take this bye week to hopefully figure some shit out and come back and try to make a run, man. Like I said, I don't think we're a Super Bowl team right now, but I do think we can make the playoffs still. Like, I don't know if we're winning the division. Like, Houston's just kind of that team we haven't been able to fuck with for the past 2 years. Like, we should, like, it was one of the most frustrating things watching Deshaun Watson, because we were getting pressure, we just weren't getting him on the ground. Like, Yann Ngakoue on a normal quarterback, like, there were like 3 different instances where that on a normal quarterback would be a sack. Like, especially the one where, like, he had him about to fall to the ground and he just flipped the ball to Hyde and it gained 6 yards. Like, we gotta, and that's where the defensive coordinator comes back in, because really, you think about it, there's a way to game plan for every single quarterback in the NFL. There's something they don't do wrong, or they don't do well. It's just a matter of finding it and having the talent to do it. Now, we have the talent to do it, but it's not being executed because our defensive coordinator is a fucking idiot. And Doug Marrone, I think, needs to see that, because I think the best chance of him keeping his job is if he gets rid of Todd Wash, lets Dom Capers see what he can do, and at least have a pitch to stay around. I don't think everything going on is Doug Marone's fault, but at the same time, we gotta change something to get to the next level. And if quarterback's not the only issue, then chances are after that they're gonna look at the head coach and they're gonna look at the front office. So that's what it is. I mean, I see us winning between 7 and 10 games the rest of the year. I think it's very possible. We just got to put it together. But I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I just hope whatever we do, it just gets us better, and we have a good off season if this isn't the year, because I think we're set up to be good. We're set up for the next couple years to, if we do what we need to do, we can put a winning product consistently on the field. But we got to make the right moves and finish this year strong and hopefully with a playoff spot, because it can be done. We have talent. It can be done. But we got to start beating teams that are actually worth a fuck. And a good place to start is Indianapolis next week. So I don't know. Let's figure out what we're going to do and get the season back on track, cuz I'm not giving up hope on this year. I'm definitely not giving up hope on this year. Like, this has been a pretty exciting time to be a Jags fan. Could be better, but halfway through the season, we at least have a legitimate chance. So whatever we got to do, bro, let's make something happen. Aight. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Probably won't see me too much this week since it's a bye week, but I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I'm out.